nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can see Anti doing solid.
So we have
two
two silence, a Crater Hoof, and another Rex Sage.
Yeah, they're coming in, and Frag Tusk Elvish Champion Azuri, and he has an ooze. So he's just changed his list.
I would have absolutely kept that ooze in.
Yeah, the ooze seems sweet.
So
all the remands come out,
so all counter magic,
spell burst, and all of that. Just not good against a bunch of 1-drops and 2-drops. And Collect Company bringing in Dismembers, Crucible of Worlds, Ratchet Bomb seems awesome.
Yeah.
And he also has another, was that Ghost Quarters as well. So he's just setting up this kind of land attack strategy, which I kind of dig.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really interesting matchup to see who can deploy their kind of combo first. I mean, some people kind of called for maybe a look at Tron, because when it's doing its most powerful thing, it just feels unbeatable. It feels like it's doing something so unfair. But a lot of the time it can't consistently do that, especially the mono blue one. The mono blue one doesn't do it as consistently.
Exactly that, yeah. It's just not as consistent in getting the Tron pieces out.
Yeah, because like it doesn't have things like Ancient Stirrings, it doesn't have the
Sylvan Scrying.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few Tron lists mainboarding a Spellskite or two now as well.
Yeah, Twin is a very difficult matchup for them to beat. You go off, you get to deploy a big thing turn 3, but they get to just go, sure, dude, Twin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty tough for them.
And you can search it as well with Ugin, Eye of Ugin.
Yeah, that's true actually. Never thought of that. Yeah, Eye of Ugin playing a pretty strong role in this matchup. It just kind of gets to find out. What I'm always interested as well is they always kind of sneak in one Titan, one Eldrazi Titan. Usually they just go big and just like, I'm going to have an Emrakul. Just because if I'm going to play a Titan, it may as well be the biggest one that kind of just says, win the game.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see what one they have. Because I like, not Ulamog, but Kozilek. Just draw 4 cards. How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong when a creature just says, I'm huge and I draw 4 cards? I don't see the downside. Like, you're already probably winning the game with a guy that big, but you get to draw 4 cards as well. It twists the knob of the, I still got all these as well, because I just drew 4 cards.
Yeah.
I had more Tron lands and bigger dudes as well. Like, this deck's awesome. What were you playing? Because you couldn't play anything that big. You're just playing a bunch of elves. I get to play Ugins and Karns.
I do like Anti's sideboard a lot there.
Yeah, 2 Dismembers and 2 Dismembers seem really good here.
Yeah. And like you said, the Ratchet Bomb just seems like the sweeper he was looking for. You know what I mean?
Seems awesome. If he can get that deployed turn 2 and just take it up.
Leave it on what? Leave it on 1, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. That is actually a hard one. Most of Sanders' deck is 1-drops. So let's see, he's got some lands, he's got the Treasure Mage. He does not have... Does he have full Tron there? I know he's got 2 pieces. So, and Sander has 2 Azoris, a Cavernous Souls, Razor Verge Thicket, Elvish Visionary, and he's got the turn 1 Heritage Druid, and he's got a Collect Company. It's not a great keep, because he needs to find some mana source. Now, there we go. Llanowar Elves will do that job. So, let's see. So he's deploying the Visionary?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh, he's got a Nykthos, not a Cavern. And got a... See, I actually don't like...
Oh, sorry, then maybe Llanowar is the right play there, then.
Although, sorry, Heritage Druid, he does get to tap those 2 for 3 mana, correct?
They need 3 guys.
He needs 3 guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's still fine. He gets to deploy Llanowar, so now he's got 4 mana up. He gets to pass turn, have Collected Company up. He's just going for...
So he's going to add 3 mana.
Yeah, just cast out Azori. Just start beating down.
And a 4th mana for...
Collector's Company.
Yep.
Yeah. While
and he can see that Anti has no blue as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does... I don't know if Anti has the Mine.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, God.
So we've turned 3 natural Tron.
Gotta love it. the naturals. So let's see, he gets
Only a single creature from that. Very unlucky.
so unlucky. And I think that's why people are kind of a bit not happy with this, but it's fine, you know. These,
now, what is Anti going to do with this natural Tron?
Yeah. Well, first of all, he's just gonna slam. There we go. Tron. Oh, he's got different art for the mines. I'm going to dock style points for that. Yeah. All of the towers look very different, but having different arts, it's just like sometimes it gets confusing. I mean, so let's see, what can he do? Now he can't Dugan off of this, but he can get.
If he has a worm coil, that would be sweet, and would leave him the 1 extra mana, and he has an expedition map in hand.
Oh sure. Just
looks like he might just be. He might not have any big action. So, here, takesy backsies. What's that?
It is actually part of the rules. You are actually allowed to change your land drop if nothing else has happened.
Well, when you put a land down, represent Tron, and then go, oh no, hold on a second. Yeah, that's not really.
It's a weird rule. I want to get a talk into it. I might actually bring in Sander, who is our local judge, and just get a talk about that kind of land changing rule. But it is allowable if nothing's happened.
Well, something big happened.
Yeah, I know. He had Tron, but he didn't tap it for mana. He didn't do anything. He was just like, oh, there is a, especially at regular, there is an element of kind of a bit lax.
Well, I understand that we're not rules lawyering people here, but that to me is not a good enough reason to be able to take it back and I could have cast something else. That's not a good reason to be taking back a move. Just because you could have had a better play, that's not a reason to take back a move.
I think it's tied to the fact that you can't the opponent cannot react in any way to a land drop.
Well, that's true. So unless there's a trigger of some sort, but exactly, I got you.
So that's why I'm going to bring in Sander, see what his feelings on it are, or the rules, because I don't know.
And he has a bird's eye view, seeing he's sitting right there against.
Absolutely. So he's got the Nykthos. Nykthos producing 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, so he's got a little bit of acceleration. So he can deploy the Azuri, which he's doing now.
Okay.
That adds an extra 5, that means his Nykthos now taps for
6
6,
blips?
yeah.
6.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And you can pass turn.
Yeah, and then Cord on the end of his turn.
Yeah, and you can find, I guess, maybe a Reclamation Sage to deal with the... hold on. You can actually... So he gets to make 6 blips and tap the Azuri and the Llanowar Elves. So he's got 8 mana. So he's got 5 mana up. I guess he can... Yeah, I think it's just find Reclamation Sage, destroy the Worm Coil. That's fine.
Yeah, it is fine, yeah. I'm not sure if we're broadcasting here.
And you get to... that's fine, and you get to set up as well for an Azuri big swing, potentially.
So 8 mana for Ansi.
It's a lot of mana.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mana turn 4.
And he's gonna have to start doing something because there might be just lethal on board here. If he doesn't actually.
Yeah, I think he has to deploy the Worm Coil unless he has an Ugin. An Ugin right now is stellar. Just get to -3 it, wipe the board, have an Ugin, pass turn. Oblivion Stone. Wow.
With the mana to use it.
With the mana to use it.
Now here's an interesting one. Is the sacrifice part of the activation, or do you do tap and pay your mana and then...
I believe it's sacrificing's part of the cost. Yeah. Because it's a weird one where it can't protect itself. You have to sacrifice it. Because... Yeah, sacrificing is usually always part of the cost, because if it just had to deal with itself, you could make it self-indestructible and then just keep on doing it.
Okay, so
yeah.
What about?
Sure.
In Sanders' boots, you don't attack, right? So you hope that Anti plays a tiny bit greedy and adds an Oblivion counter to something.
Sure.
And then when it's tapped, you cord in your Rec Sage and destroy the stone.
It might be his only out, genuinely, because the cards he have in his hand aren't actually strong enough to regroup.
And he does have counter magic up though as well.
No, that's true. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough for Sander to fight out of this, just that single Oblivion Stone. So he drew the legendary land as well. Okina, I believe it's called. Let's see. What's his move here? Yeah, it's just Oblivion Stone makes it so difficult. Does Anti have the counter magic in hand?
More than likely.
Yeah. So we're Court of Calling for 6. So he gets to get 3 mana. I guess it's just for Reclamation Sage. Anti should just be like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get whatever you want, buddy. You put anything on the table, it's fine. Because then what Sander gets to do is he gets to chord then for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So he gets to chord for 3 and get whatever. Like,
Everything's gonna die though.
no, but he gets to just generate that mana.
Oh, okay.
And then after the Oblivion Stone, like Oblivion Stone activates, blows the field, he goes, okay, generate 6 mana.
Yeah.
Then he has Court of Calling
Okay.
to find something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what. So yeah, Anti's just gonna Oblivion Stone him, and that's, I believe it's 1 million for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for 1. It's 1 million for
Seems
1, right?
pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He loses his Treasure Mage. It's 1 million for 2. I think he's okay with making that sacrifice. So yeah, Reclamation Sage only has 1 valid target on the field, which is Oblivion Stone. But it is a May effect.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's just... That's O-Stone.
So we're gonna see if Sander does what you were saying. So he is going to be.
Heritage Druid. And...
So he's generating 6 mana. He does have a 7th there.
Oh yeah, 7 mana, sorry, because he's got Reclamation Sage. So he gets to generate 7. So he's going to float all that mana, let all of these guys get exiled. Before passing phase, then. Yeah, that's fine. He's got 6 mana. They all get exiled. What happened there?
He just forgot to move some of the guys. Oh,
No, sorry, Azuri. Azuri, one of his things is pay 1 green, regenerate another creature. I thought Oblivion Stone exiles. No, it's just destroy.
No, it's just destroy. Yeah.
Okay,
Wow, I did not realize that.
I forgot about that clause on Azuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, Azuri's very strong. Very strong.
Wow.
So he gets to get down Azuri, but it's kind of a bit wide open here.
So nice play by Sander.
Absolutely. Yeah, Azuri's quite a strong card. Do you know the foil is $20 now? It's awesome.
Is that a huge jump? Is it?
Oh yeah, it used to be like 5.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Because like he's always been used, like in the Legacy Elves as well. Here and there.
Yeah. But yeah, $20. I'm really happy I've got one from my EDH deck.
Nice.
Here's the Worm Coil and a Solemn. Is that a foiled Solemn? Oh, that's pretty. I love. Plus, it's the old art, the sad robot.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Massive props to Anti. Some people don't like it, they're wrong. Their opinion is wrong. That is my take on it.
But the new art is pretty good.
It is. It is cool.
But I do like the sad robot.
Sad
Yeah,
robot's
yeah.
so sweet. So let's see. He's gonna fetch it. He's gonna get his basic land. He's gonna get his basic island. Quite nice island. So he's got Court of Calling and Stony Silence.
So Stony not doing an awful lot right now.
No, it might affect later on in the game. It turns off Ratchet Bomb, Oblivion Stone.
Yep.
So let's see. Sander does have a fair bit of mana.
And we know he has a second Rex Sage in the deck now as well.
Absolutely. So, he can actually swing in.
Sorry, gents, can you just take that in?
So he can actually swing in. How much mana can he generate? Not enough to pump with Azori a few times.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 pips for the Nykthos.
Sure.
And then he can generate.
I don't think it's enough to make a good attack. Because what you kind of want to do is be able to attack with everything he blocks.
He's got 11 mana.
Sure, but that's a lot of them require tapping down your creatures.
Oh yeah.
Actually, sorry. Can he just crit a hoof here? Can he just hoof it up? I think he's doing the maths right now and seeing if he can hoof it up and just win off of that. No, he's going to Stony Silence and he's going to leave up the Court of Calling. Could he have just gone for hoof there?
Let's see.
Hoof doesn't untap your dudes though, doesn't
No,
it?
it doesn't. So he would have how much would it cost? It would
He's
be a total of 11, would it?
yeah, which
No,
yeah,
that's tapping everything pretty much.
yeah. So I think he's just going to Reclamation Sage for another. He's going to Court of Calling for another Reclamation Sage on the swing back. Get rid of the Worm Coil. Split it into 2. Not have anti-gain to 6 life. Because that 6 life is a big deal when you're trying to kill your opponents with non-infinite combat damage.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So Anti is getting to untap now.
Yeah.
Another Treasure Mage to draw, so not bad. He can probably just cast that, then cast the Worm Coil.
Absolutely.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. That's a fairly strong thing to be able to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So right now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana on the field. And this is the kind of funny thing is like Sandra has to do all of this work of like playing all of these creatures and like have them all do really big things.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm gonna play some land and I'll have 11 mana. So he's got Eye of Ugin as well, so he can also set up a finding of any sort of colorless thing in his deck, which can include any of the Titans. He's not quite at Emrakul mana here.
He's not far off.
Yeah. Emrakul's a pretty good one. I think he's a good creature, right?
He is a good creature.
He's okay.
He's got flying.
He does.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It makes sense. But it's like, do you really need it? Does he have trample?
No.
It's really funny. I always find that really funny. You can just block him with a bee.
Yeah. After
does.
they've sacrificed 6 things.
Hornet Queen does all the work, man. You just get rid of 4 your Hornets and like 2 lands or whatever, and you're like, block with Hornet Queen.
Yeah.
The Hornet Queen stings your Emrakul to death.
Yeah.
So let's see.
It's the power of the Queen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, we've got the Sundering Titan.
Sundering Titan. So he's going to get rid
So
of an island.
he gets rid of a forest and an island. It's 2 for 1 in Sanders' favour.
Yeah, it's
Oh no, because obviously the Sundering Titan's staying in play, so
sure,
yeah.
but it's still, yeah, like it's a big dude. He is a 7'10", I believe.
Yeah, or 7'10" or 7'11" or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. I feel like if he was 7'11", there'd be more jokes made about him.
Yeah.
But then we have the Spellskite deployed as well, so Spellskite not doing a huge amount against this deck. It does protect some with Reclamation
So
Sage.
the Spellskite might be on the stack here.
Yeah.
The Spellskite should have definitely come in before the Sundering Titan or whatever.
Yeah, Elvish Archdude. Elvish Archdude generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. That's a lot of mana.
And adding another couple of pips to the
Another 2 pips
Nykthos.
and Nykthos, yeah. So this one card adding 13 mana to the field. But this is what elves can do as well.
Yeah.
You know, for all of our talk of this Power of Tron, Sander fetched for one creature and added 11 mana
Yeah,
to his
yeah.
pool. That's a lot of mana. It's going to be still pretty difficult for him. Okay, Forest the draw. So to replace the one he lost from Sundering Titan.
Oh, he can't. Anti can't activate Spellskite, so Rex Sage is actually really good.
Okay.
It's Stony Silenced.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
Geez, Stony Silence doing so much. So yeah, he's generating his 6 mana there.
Using 2 for the Nykthos, so
Sorry.
he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tapping 3, 13, 14, 15 mana.
Yeah. Sorry, he added 8. So he's going to pump everything with his Ori. Swing in. And here's the question. I think you leave up some. You leave up like...
To regenerate?
Yeah. Just make all of his attacks, like all of his blocks, not good. Because you just get to regenerate some of your guys. I think that's what you have to do.
How much does it cost to pump your guys?
It's 3 to give them plus... I believe it's 3 to give them plus...
Hold on, I'll check the gatherer here.
Yeah, it's definitely 1 green to regenerate another elf. So I think you're going to want to put the 1 coil engine in front of the Azori to guarantee its death. But yeah, so that's what Anti is doing. Yeah, and he's just going to put the sun.
Okay, so it's 5 mana to give +3/+3 in trample. So if he did that 3 times, was it? Or how much mana did he end up putting in?
It would have been twice. And then leave up. If he did it correctly, he should have done it twice. Give them all +6/+6 and leave up some mana to regenerate.
Okay, so we've got a 2/2. No, sorry. So let's start at the top here.
So Nikos making 8 mana. 9. So he's got 8, then 9 from the forest, and he tapped his Archdruid for 6. So he has 15 mana.
So he probably did it 3 times.
Yeah.
Which means
Everything's +9/+9.
that's an 11/11 trample, another 11/11 trample, another 11/11 trample, and 12/11 trample, and how big is Azuri? He's 2/2. Does he get it as well?
Yes.
So he will be 13/13 trample. There's no way Anti's living through this.
Everything's +6/+6. He does gain 6 life.
But did he not do it 3 times?
No, it's twice because it's 5 mana.
Yeah, and he generated 15 mana.
Oh, do you think he just did it? Oh, yeah, he probably did. He just did it 6 times, 3
3
times.
times, then everything got 9/9 and trample.
Yeah.
And they're all +1/+1 from the Druid as well.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, of course. Wow. I forgot. I used to actually, my first deck I ever built
That's
was...
very reminiscent of Craterhoof, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it is,
like,
yeah.
Sorry, go on. You
My first deck I ever built was Green-Red Elves around Innistrad Scars time. I made Green-Red Elves where I just ramped a bunch into Devil's Plays and Fireballs. So Elvish Archdruid was the main thing about that deck. Often, a lot of times, at the end of turn 4, I'd have 16 mana on the field. This was in standard, just because of Elvish Archdruid. If people didn't answer it, the game was over. But yeah, we just get to see what the power of these just plain elves.
Yeah.
Just some elves.
I love that elves are good.
Yeah.
You know, I love that merfolk is good.
Merfolk-
Goblins are good, but they're not quite. They don't seem to be at the level that merfolk and elves are at these days.
It's really funny. I feel like R&D are terrified of goblins.
Yeah.
For some reason. And I'm like, just print something. Make them good in Legacy. Why not? Like,
yeah, for ages they were really good at Legacy, and there was a couple of good builds, but I haven't seen anyone playing goblins lately.
yeah, it's just they're not good enough. Really, they don't have the disruption that Merfolk does. Funny enough, Merfolk not great in Modern right now. Like, really not good.
Well,
great in Legacy.
Is it not good?
No,
or
it's
is it
not
just
good.
not being played?
No, it's not.
Really?
Good. Yeah, they're too slow. They've got okay disruption, but it's just not good enough.
Yeah.
But they're still pretty good in Legacy.
Yeah.
And excellent in Vintage. One of the best decks in Vintage. It's really funny.
Although, I mean, I guess it's merfolk / fish or whatever, but there's not all that many merfolk in the Vintage version. Like,
there's enough. There's enough.
is there any merfolk?
Yes, there is. No, it is. It's
Curse
genuine.
Catcher or something?
Yeah, there's. No,
I
there.
know that, like, is there lords and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just
Okay.
all of that stuff. It's just it gets to play all the Force of Wills and
Yeah.
stuff in that, and it just has more fast mana and stuff like that. The disruption's a bit tighter.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at an exact list, but I'm clearly not a Vintage aficionado. Only the odd thing that I've seen from the Vintage Super League and
Yeah.
things like that.
Did you watch the Standard Super League there?
I
The
didn't.
finals were on last night, I think.
I didn't watch the recent one. I heard it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. Apparently the finals are an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, apparently it's just an excellent match.
Yeah.
So Sander, he has some lands. He's got a bunch of 1-mana dorks. It looks like a great hand. He's got 3 lands, a bunch of dorks, and an Elvish Archdruid. Yeah,
Nykthos.
yeah, that's got to be a snap keep, right?
Looks like Anti's going back. Going back to 6 on the play.
Yeah, he's got 3 land, 3 1-mana dorks, and an Archdruid. I'm like, sure, now you just have to find a Collected Company or a Chord, and
yeah.
you're away with it.
Yep.
Find a Zori. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with that hand alone, with Nykthos, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Nykthos is generating 5 mana. The guys can tap for a mana each, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 12 mana from those 7 cards.
So funny.
And he gets to deploy all of that turn 3.
I'm liking this match, you know?
Yeah.
The elves and their kind of,
People playing rituals,
natural
kinda.
mana, and then
Yeah.
you've got like the ancient artificer kind of Urza land,
Yeah,
Tron
absolutely.
lands, and stuff like that.
It's pretty
Also generating their loads of mana. It's
Yeah.
cool.
So he gets to go Razorverge Thicket, Dork. Then turn 2 he gets to go Razorverge Thicket, Dork. Maybe something else. And then he gets to Archdruid. Or he can just go Dork Archdruid. Actually, I think that's better. I think going turn 1 Dork, turn 2 Archdruid is just a stronger play. It means that Archdruid is just going to be generating a lot more mana quicker, and your Nykthos is going to be more relevant sooner. So it does depend on his next draw. Yeah. Oh wow, he has the Azuri as well. Oh, it's a Nettle Sentinel.
Okay.
Nettle Sentinel, not. It's still fine. He still gets to go turn 2 Elvish Archdruid.
Seems good.
Yeah. So you've really got this. There's a work between. We haven't actually seen Nettle Sentinel. Oh, and he got the Heritage Druid as well, and that's really the combo. You get to get Heritage Druid and Nettle Sentinel out, and you just start generating huge amounts of mana. And he,
So he doesn't have a third land.
yeah, I didn't notice that. So he's just passed turn. I thought he had. Yeah, I think one of the Nettle Sentinels I thought was a Razorverge Thicket. So let's see. And he can. Yeah, it's just going to dismember, take 4 damage, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Heritage Druid just representing a huge amount of mana. He's got the Cyclonic Rift
Oh,
in hand.
he's using Cyclonic. Great. He has a repeal there as well, so that's obviously a better option at the moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he just has to slow them down enough. But Elves can still. Wow, just passing turn. He must have Collected Company in hand.
Yeah, it would look that way. It could be just a chord for 1 as well, you know, just get another dork out or something.
Sure. Plus, as well, the passing of the turn, it does invalidate some of Anti's mana. He just didn't do anything for a turn. So it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to play into your counter magic for right now.
Yeah.
But now, Condescend.
We will see the counter.
There's the Condescend.
Yeah.
It's just.
So scry 2 for Anti. And Ugin is there for sure.
Ooh. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, he's got 5 mana right now. Ugin's not too far away. It's got to be a little bit tempting.
Yeah.
Depending on what he has in hand, it's got to be tempting.
We need to see what else he has really to. Well, it's top.
That's the scariest thing someone can do.
Yeah.
Whenever they scry 2 and they're like, yeah, I'm going to keep them both on top. I like how this game's gone.
Yeah.
And now someone will be like, well, then your scry did nothing. It's like, no, it just filled you with confidence. You know exactly what you're going to be playing next. You know what you're getting down.
Another Archdruid.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Nettle Sentinel now, is it? Or does he have another dork?
That's weird. He overtapped. Oh, no, he swung for 1.
Oh, for 2.
Oh, you're right.
So that's Anti to 14, I think.
What a beating.
Is that Pristine Talisman, or is that the double color one? It must be the color one.
Yeah, it's the double color one.
So Ratchet Bomb, oh my god.
Like, Ratchet Bomb's fine here. It's still a little bit slow. I mean, he's got to tick it up.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get to deploy it next turn.
Well, I think, if possible, Sander needs to Reclamation Sage that Ratchet Bomb immediately.
Yeah.
Like, if those 2 dorks get taken out,
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It takes off 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes off 4 mana off the table effectively, and including the Nykthos, it takes off like 6 mana.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, and that's kind of what people were saying, that Anger of the Gods is just really good against this deck, and I'd want to see how the deck can play around it, and with the Zori and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to see a passing of the turn. I'm sure end of turn is going to tap, give that Ratchet Bomb a counter. Probably pop it.
So I don't think you can play any more 1-drops here, because it's just going to die.
Watch him. Look at him go. No fear. Nettle Sentinel. Does not have the Heritage Druid in order to abuse the Nettle Sentinel.
I guess you just get in for 2/4/6. Is it? Is the Archdruid's 2/2? Is he?
Yeah.
So 6 damage.
No.
Oh no. Okay.
So generating 4.
5. So he's gonna have 5 mana in his Nykthos. Oh, okay.
So this generated 4 mana. So right now he's got 1 mana in his pool. So he can. Yeah, I don't know what he's playing to. I mean, he can't.
Maybe he's trying to tempt Anti into not going for the 1-drops and taking up to 3 for the
Sure.
Druids.
Like, he does get to swing for 6 right now. And the Druids will be swinging for 6 next turn. This might be how he feels like he wants to play it. But
Okay. Oh, okay. It's a definite line. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
yeah. I just feel like maybe,
Like Anti's on 8.
yeah. Like, he could have actually. I don't see what playing this Nettle Sentinel did. He could have just tapped the Archdruid, played another Archdruid, swung for 6. But he didn't need to put that Nettle Sentinel onto the field.
Yeah.
It was really strange. Anyway, so we're going to see. Anti has Ratchet Bomb, so he's going to do it for 1. Get rid of all of these guys.
What do you think a ratchet bomb sounds like when it blows up?
Like fragmentation grenade, just and it's just all the bits fly out.
Yeah.
I don't know how it quite works. I'd love to know the mechanics of it, specifically hitting creatures like that. So we see a repeal of the Elvish Archdruid, and this Elvish Archdruid is going to be. He can spend nearly a turn, so we're going to see deploying of the Nettle Sentinel. He's got a bunch of 1-drops in his way, but not finding his land has just been really detrimental in this game. So he's going to generate 2 mana, 3 mana,
Yep.
get out the Elvish Archdruid.
Azuri is the other option.
I don't think it is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be generating the 5
You have
mana.
lethal next turn if you put out the Azuri, I think.
Anti's on 8. You have lethal right now anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I guess you don't have to deploy as many cards. Maybe he just puts out the Archdruid. You know,
Yeah.
makes both of his Archdruids a 3/3, makes his Nettle Sentinel a 4/4.
Anti still has the Cyclonic Rift, of course.
Of course. And does he have Tron mana?
No.
Oh, it's
There's
only
there's no tower.
no tower.
In fact, they might all be power plants. I'm not sure. Top one might be a mine, maybe.
Yeah. He's definitely got 2 power plants. I don't know what's. So, generating 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Casting Azuri, 1 mana floating. Swing in with everything.
So here comes the overload.
Give everything +3/+3. Cyclonic Rift. Ah, fine. Let's start again next turn. Go. Yeah, and it's just going to be a slow build
There's Tron. There's Ugin.
game. Just +3 him. Sander, I'm going to 3 you. Because, yeah, I don't think there's any way of Sander getting out of this now. He found his 3rd land too slow. So he can only just deploy like 2 1-drops and then Ugin just -1s, kills them both. Or he can deploy an Archdruid which just gets killed by Ugin's plus.
Yeah.
There's just... It's nothing good. No good one. Let's see.
Collected. No, he doesn't. He has 3 mana.
Yeah, it's just... I guess if he land off the top... Oh no, he doesn't have a collected company. Okay. Yeah, it's just... He had an unlucky draw. If one of those Nettle Sentinels was a creature or was a land, he might have been in. And the Elvish Archdruid just gets killed. Sure, pass turn. On tap, plus your Ugin, kill the Archdruid. Let's see what that card is. Anti-wire scratching your head, there's no need, you just
Yeah.
lightning bolt that Druid.
Anti looks like he's in the tank.
And it's just like, no,
Yeah.
you just bolt the Druid.
And when we say in the tank, he's in a big Land Raider tank. And
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
smashing across the field, you know.
He's also got the he's actually repealing to draw a card. Is that bad manners? It's kind of bad manners, right?
Well, he can cast a Worm Coil now.
Sure. I want to
And
know.
plus at the face. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I think you made a mistake tapping the the Academy runes. I don't know what artifacts he's got in his graveyard. Maybe he has none. and Academy Ruins isn't good, but you know, it is a utility land.
Why didn't he cast Wormcoil?
Because he doesn't. I don't think he has the mine.
The very top one is the mine, I think.
No, that's another tower.
No, that's power plant. Or the tower is in the middle.
Yeah, he's got tower, power.
I think he has Tron. He does, because he cast Ugin.
Oh
So
yeah.
he just didn't cast
No,
Wormcoil last turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think he just had 8 mana for Ugin.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. Oh, so he might have been one off actually.
Oh sure. Yeah, it's just we can't get a good look. I'm almost 100% sure the top one is a tower because you can see the sky.
It's not a tower.
Not a tower.
No.
Oh, because one of the mines is an outdoor thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is really weird. Mines should be underground. Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, minus. Sure, I'll kill your 2 dudes. It's fine. And he's like, what? It's fine. Here's the thing. It's a game. Come on, look.
Yeah,
Got all these
whatever
things.
you're playing, condescend it.
Yeah, there's a game. Yeah, I feel like if Sander had 1 extra land in his hand at the beginning, he would have had the perfects, and he drew the Azorian.
He was so close to just exploding there for a few turns, but
Yeah.
it didn't come together for him.
It gave Anti the time he needed to get the land onto the field, power off that Cyclonic Rift. Just really strong play.
Yeah.
So we're going to see. This is the power of Mono Blue Tron, though. I mean, it's funny. It's one of those things where we might be in a kind of not quite a rock paper scissors format, where elves can do really well against so many things. Like apparently, you can do well against Jund, which people thought would just be a terrible matchup for it.
Well, I can see why though, because Jund is usually about like just 2 for ones.
Yeah.
2 for ones. You know, you get your value.
Yeah.
You know, but elves you can't really do that because they have a lot of value themselves.
I guess. Because it's usually you have so much removal, you can take out their prime players. Like you can take out the Archdruid and the Azori, and you know, there's just no problem. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see going forward. But it still seems to fight through it. I mean, I think it's all on the Power Collected Company. You just get to that card alone just provides a 2 for 1. So we're going to see. Yeah, Cyclonic Rift. Look at that card. Isn't it excellent?
Oh, I love that card. I was using that in Standard.
It was awesome. Actually, did you see there's a new almost Cyclonic Rift? It's 2 blue and X. Sorcery. Return all permanents with converted mana cost to X or less to the player's hand. It's going to be coming in Origins. Yeah, it's... I don't know if there's any way of really abusing it in Standard. Like, you could potentially do a mono blue deck, I reckon. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting card. That was Niels dropping in his affinity deck. 2S champion in the main. And 2S inside. Sure. I like that. It's funny. Yeah, it's really interesting that we were talking about it on the podcast as well, that Affinity's still top 8ing that GP in Charlotte.
Yeah.
With so much hate, it's just... I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of a deck like that existing, and it just has to. But yeah, so we're going to have Premiership round 3. I'm going to pop out, see who we have on.
Yeah, cool. If you wouldn't mind, grab me a bottle of water when you're out there.
Will do.
I'm actually just going to get rid of my chewing gum in this bin here as well. So folks, that was a nice little battle with Mono Blue Tron versus Elves. Some of the deck lists that we have in today, we have Naya Burn. I mean, it's mono red burn, but I think it splashes for Boros Charm and for the Tarkus command. And then there's also oh sorry, thank you.
So we're going to have Niels Mo playing Adam Betts.
So Affinity versus probably Control Twin.
Yeah, it's usually Adam usually plays twin.
Blue, white, red twin though, isn't it? It's a kind of control-y version.
Sure, I'd be interested to see. He might have changed it up a little bit. People have been playing around with this as well. But I had a fun... I heard a fun story where 2 players, there was 2 Eidolon of the Great Revel out on the field.
Yeah.
2 burn players playing against each other.
Hilarious.
And one of the players thought he'd lost, so he cast a burn spell to kill himself. And the other person cast a spell and killed themselves. Genius play. Amazing. So Adam Betts is on, yeah, you're right, he's on Jeskai. Jeskai, no, it's just good Jeskai.
Yeah,
The
no
old-
to no twin at all.
Yeah.
So control, sweet.
And I love this. Adam, you're my hero. 1 Keranos, God of Storms in the main.
Oh yeah,
Such a fan.
nice. Any restos there?
Nope. 4 Snapcaster Mage, 1 Keranos, 1 Grim Lavamancer, 1 Ajani Vengeance.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would like to see some restos there, especially with 4 snapcasters.
Sure. Just a big beater in there as well.
Yeah. Does he have Wall of Omens?
Nope.
Okay, so if he had the Wall of Omens, I think the resto would be 100% in there.
Absolutely. So we're going to see his instance sorceries. He's got 2 Sphinx's Revs, 4 Lightning Bolts, 2 Spell Snares, 1 Supreme Verdict, 2 Cryptic Command, 3 Lightning Helix, 4 Electrolyze, 4 Mana Leak, 3 Remand, and 3 Path to Exile. Just a bunch of removal, a bunch of counter spells. Let's see how this is paired up very well against Affinity. I think Neil says the standard Affinity list.
It's not quite standard. I mean, there's so many variants these days. He's got 2 Etch Champion, 4 Ornithopter, 4 Ravager, 4 Steel Overseer, 4 Cranial Plating, 4 Signal Pest, 2 mainboard Spells Guide, which I think is actually kind of the standard now almost. Yeah. He's got 2 Mem Knights, 4 Galvanic Blasts, which I'm not sure if that's normal, but I like it.
You needed to fight Twin.
Yeah. 4 Springleaf Drone, 4 Mox Opal, and 2 mainboard Master of the Ethereum, as well as 4 Volt Scourges.
Yeah.
And then he has
Blink
the 4 Nexus, the 8 Nexus creature lands. In the sideboard, 3 Ancient Grudge, 2 Whip Flare, a Pithing Needle, a Spellskite, a Blood Moon, 2 Etch Champion, 2 Torpor Orbs, 2 Thoughtseize, and a Spell Pierce.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. I'm really liking the Master of Ethereum scene play in the main.
Me too.
It's really cool because you know it's just a solid card. I think Steel Overseer is going to be a bit of a liability in this, especially when Electrolyze has been seeing less and less play. It's usually now like a 1-of in the Grixis lists, but with the full 4-of from Adam here, it's just going to be a really good card against Steel Overseer. When everyone was on this Jeskai Delver or Jeskai Control deck, I played Affinity a little bit, and I really wanted to cut Steel Overseer just in total because I was like, he just gets killed so easily.
Yeah.
Like he sets you up for an easy 2-for-1. So we've got a Spellskite here from Niels as well. So turn 1 Hallowed Fountain tapped from Adam. So Inkmoth Nexus into Vault Scourge, take 2, pass turn. Not the most explosive starts of Affinity. This is a pretty standard one as well. You don't usually see the Mox Opal Springleaf Drum go off completely as much as people think.
Yeah.
People laugh about Affinity and it's just like, oh, you play your whole hand turn 2, and it's like, no, you oftentimes have to just eke out a victory. You just have to kind of get there. Yeah, just take 1. So,
Lifelink, of course. So
absolutely.
19 apiece now.
Yep.
We'll probably see a fetch at end of turn from Adam though. So
Absolutely.
Signal Pest, very nice.
Yeah. And here's the thing as well. You're like, yeah, I don't want to Mana Leak a Signal Pest. You know what I mean? Why would I do that? Oh wow.
You might want to Mana League a second one. Oh, he has removal, so
He's got Lightning Bolt. He's got Path to Exile. I mean, he's not in a terrible position. I think you do bolt the Vault Scourge. I'm always interested as well in these Affinity lists. What basic land is Neil's playing?
usually one island.
Yeah, I bet it's a mountain.
One mountain, sorry,
Bro.
one mountain. Yeah, because of the.
They usually play it because they used to play Thoughtcast.
Yeah.
Now they play the Galvanic
The
Blast.
Vanix, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he paid 2 for that mountain.
Yeah, I mean,
3 in total. So he's on 16.
yeah. There's this kind of give and take of Affinity is an aggro deck, but if you can answer certain threats effectively, it's okay to take some damage because they don't have as much burst. Like they've got the full Galvanic Blast in terms of burst damage, but it's not a huge amount.
And now we see the power of Snapcaster. He has a Snap Bolt in his hand already.
So strong.
Yeah.
So yeah, before combat, so he's got a Blink Moth. Neil says Blink Moth, Ink Moth. He's got 2 Blink Moths and an Ink Moth, and a Signal Pest. Now, it looks like he's not going to be activating either the guys or any of the manlands, he's just going to swing in for 4 damage. And Adam is
for 2 damage only.
no. Oh yeah, they bought the battle cry. Yeah, 2 damage. So Adam not going to react to those. Spellskite. So he can path to exile this, which might be just what you got to do. After the passing of the turn from Niels, you're just going to have to path to exile. That's what you're going to have to do.
Yeah. At some point, like if this Spellskite is still on the stack, he could maybe do a snap.
Bolt of
Yeah. Oh no, he's let it resolve.
yeah, and then there's the Mox open. Now he's going to path to exile. Yeah, you got to do it on the end step, I suppose. So let's see. There is a chance. No, I don't think you do. That you could aim at one of the signal pests and hope that they pay the mana and tap out of it. But
yeah, I think he has access to blue mana anyway.
Yeah, and I think he will just if you want to target the signal pest, he'll be like, yeah, okay.
So there's the one of mountain now out in play for Niels.
And this is awesome as well. Once that mountain's out, every single path to exile Adam plays is free.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, it's just better, so it's plowshares.
Yeah.
Cool. And there's that Steel Overseer, and it's just like, right now, if Adam has Electrolyze, it's just like, yeah, awesome. One you, draw a card.
Or kill a signal pest and an overseer.
Single pest are 0-2s, aren't they? No, there's 0-1s,
Yeah.
you're right. Wow,
Yeah.
so yeah, just like 3 for 1.
The snap bolt is what we see anyway though, and Celestial Colonnade tapped.
Yeah, luckily no graveyard interaction, because there would be some you might want to path it, but
So just what you were talking about there a second ago, Eamon. Instead of using the bolt to kill the overseer, he could have been a snap path there. So, you know, you can keep your bolt to go to their face later on.
that's true.
And just kill
Yeah,
the...
absolutely. It is multifunctional.
Adam might not know that they only run one basic, so we'll give him that. And now there's 2, 4, 5, 6 damage coming through.
Well, he's good friends with Shane Downs, who is our aficionado.
That's Adam on 8 now.
Yeah, Adam on 8, but Niels is pretty flooded on land. Now it is the power of these manlands
Yeah, exactly.
that you just get to keep attacking anyway,
Yeah.
even if you're flooded out.
Coupled with the signal pests.
Yeah, with the 2 signal pests, it's very strong.
Yeah. Sorry, that was more damage. That was 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
So that's Adam on 4, I think. But we are seeing the Electrolyze now, which is a pretty good draw.
No, it'd be 8 damage, wouldn't it?
Well, both the battle cries on 2 flyers, so that both flyers are doing 3.
The fact that Niels is just showing the Galvanic Blast might be, yeah, he took. So yeah, no, the fact that he's not dead means
7,
he must
8.
be on 2.
Oh, he was on 6. So yeah, sorry, my maths is wrong. He was on 6. He's taken 4 now.
So
He's on 2 now. Yeah.
And just no good way of, like, he has to have exactly Path to Exile in hand right now, or else the game is over.
Yeah.
And even then, he's still going to 2. I'm not a fan of how Adam tapped. And wow.
So there's just no way out of it there.
He had a lightning bolt as well. Like, yeah, see, I feel like he tapped wrong because he didn't leave up red mana.
Yeah.
He didn't have a forge to leave up red or white mana to kind of represent either Path to Exile or lightning bolt. So yeah, we're going to go to game 2. Now, Niels has some good sideboard here. He gets to bring in his 2 Etched Champions.
Yeah, so
probably Blood Moon. I like a Blood Moon.
I don't know about Blood Moon, but I'll read out the sideboard again. So we've got 3 Ancient Grudge, 2 Whip Flare, a Piping Needle, a Spellskite, a Blood Moon, 2 Etched Champion, 2 Torpor Orb, 2 Thoughtseize, and 1 Spell Pierce. Out of that, I like the Spell Pierce, I like the 2 Thoughtseize, I like the 2 Etched Champions. I don't think you need to go Spellskite, but if you want to, it's still fine.
Yeah, it's not a terrible thing.
Pithing Needle can get lands, can it?
Yes.
So the Celestial Colonnades will be turned off.
I don't think you're afraid of the Celestial Colonnades though. Yeah, if they're ever tapping 4 mana to attack you with Celestial Colonnade, things have probably already gone far enough wrong
Yeah.
that Pithing Needle's not going to help that situation.
Okay, yeah, I'd agree with that.
But yeah, I like the everything else.
I'm not sure about Blood Moon.
Yeah.
How many basics is Adam running there?
4, 1 plains, 2 islands, and a mountain. But yeah, well, Blood Moon is maybe iffy, but I like the other ones you were saying. The Spell Pierce, Thoughtseizes, and S Champions. S Champions, a fantastic card in this matchup.
Yeah.
So Adam he's got 1 Electrickery, 1 Celestial Purge, 2 Anger of the Gods, 1 Stony Silence, 1 Supreme Verdict, 1 Kataki War's Wage, 2 Wear Tear, 1 Dispel, 2 Relic of Genesis, 1 Leyline of Sanctity, 1 Counterflux, 1 Surgical Extraction. So he's got plenty here.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Celestial Purge is actually a maybe. So he gets 2 Anger of the Gods though, 1 Stony Silence, 1 Supreme Verdict, and a Kataki and the Wear Tears. He's got a lot.
That's enough.
A lot.
Yeah, you don't need you.
Don't
got
need
to be
the Celestial
careful
Purge.
about diluting your deck too much as well.
Absolutely.
I guess it's more good stuff than synergy, so you can probably get away with doing a fair amount of in and out swaps and stuff.
Yeah. Anger of the Gods is going to be fantastic here. As well as Stony Silence. Stony Silence is such a beating. If you deploy Stony Silence against an affinity deck, and if they haven't done anything like put a cranial plating on something or whatever,
Yeah.
the game's over. Like when they can't activate anything, it's really bad.
They can still just bash.
Very little.
Yeah.
Like Signal Pest is then your best creature, and if Signal Pest is your best creature, that's
Well, you've
fine.
got your Etch Champion, who's just decent.
Sure.
You've got your man lands who can still go for it, like you know, in the air.
It's not completely over, but it feels over.
You're in a bad spot,
Yeah.
alright.
Your cranial platings do nothing. Your Ravagers does nothing.
Yeah.
Your your Overseers do nothing. It's just like all of your big powerful cards. Actually, I think that this is where the Master of Theorems are going to be pretty good because they're just a big beefy good guy.
Yeah.
When you can effectively do the kind of thing of tap activate one of my blink moths, like tap itself, activate it, give my guy +1/+1.
Yeah.
That's always a cool trick to be able to do.
Yeah. There are some nice little plays that you can do.
Absolutely. And I'm sure Niels knows all of them.
Yeah. Probably helped make a few of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't. If I was Adam, I'd be taking out the Romance and the Mana Leaks and just bring in. So he gets to bring out 7 cards there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and just bring in those 7 cards we were talking about.
The Remand I'd agree with, but the Mana Leak I think I'd leave in because they don't. The Affinity doesn't actually have all that much mana.
Sure.
If you remand something, yes, they can probably play it again because it costs barely anything. But they can't actually pay 3 to resolve their spell.
Yeah, I was going to say what do you take out then instead, but yeah, you probably take out the Sphinx's Revs. The 2 of them, they're just a bit too
there,
slow.
is there,
Yeah, and there's 2 Cryptics. Cryptics are fine.
Oh yeah, Cryptic is fine. Yeah.
It's fine. So I think you take out 1 Remand.
What life gain?
Oh, you take out 1 Mana Leak. What life gain cards does he have?
He has the Helixes anyway, doesn't he?
Yeah, Helixes, a Johnny Vengeance can gain life in a pinch. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
But he's got 4 lightning helixes,
Okay, then that's fine. You can definitely take out the Revs then.
Yeah. The Revs are just too slow, like, I mean.
They are slow, but if you do need to be gaining life at some point, you need, you should have a way to do it. But with 4 Helixes and a Johnny, that's more than enough.
Yeah. Because like, I want to be getting like 4 life off the Sphinx's Rev, and if I'm on turn 7, the game's probably over anyway. I understand what you mean though, but it's just like with it in your hand at the beginning of the game is like a mulligan.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I don't want this card. I wish this was any of my other cards.
But like at 5 mana, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as you gain 2,
life,
draw
so.
2, that seems okay to me.
Absolutely. Now if they're on the infect plan, you got to be wary of those those ink moth.
So what have we got? We've got 2 lands.
Flooded Strand Island,
2
Mana Leak.
electrolyzes. I like that hand a lot.
He's going. He likes it too, so he's got a Snapcaster. Yeah, the 2 electrolyze. I think the feeling is just like, if I can deploy those electrolyzes.
I'm definitely not cracking this fetch here if I'm Adam.
No. So let's see what Niels has got. He's got Blinkmoth Nexus into Signal Pest. Not a great turn 1 play.
Here we go. It's not over yet. Ornithopter. Is it over now?
Yeah. Do we have
got
Mox up?
Oh, okay.
I think he has.
I think he had it. He just didn't want to play it.
Yeah, he's like, I've got no 1-drop to cast. There's no reason in playing this out. So yeah, Adam is just passing. He didn't draw land.
I'm very happy that he didn't crack his fetch land.
Yeah, Adam's a good player. He's solid. He knows not. He's like, I completely depend on drawing my 3rd mana. So let's see. And Niels isn't actually giving much pressure right now. He can just like, yeah, sure, I'll take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Whatever.
1 is fine.
So let's see. I think I see an Arcbound Ravager as well in hand. So Mox Opal, signed, very nice. Into Arcbound Ravager. Decent play.
Adam's gonna take a little drink before he decides what he's doing. Okay, so he is in fact fetching.
Yeah,
even though
not
his
just
fetch land is still there.
Not just looking at his library, being
So-
like, man.
It looks like he is gonna pay that too. So he's gonna drop to 16.
Yeah.
Man
Leak that.
Leak the Ravager.
Yeah, if I'm Niels as well, this kind of tells me that he doesn't have a clean answer to a big Ravager. He doesn't have Path to Exile, for example. So yeah.
No third land.
Because Electrolyze up would have been excellent here. Would have been awesome.
He does have a path there.
Yeah, he's got okay. Yeah, like Ravager's hard to play around. I mean, they just get to sacrifice it and do things like that. I mean, it's never nice. So let's see, what's he gonna deploy next? Cranial plating. But this is okay. He doesn't have the double black. That's actually a really strange way that he tapped. Let's see what I want to know if he has another 1 mana thing to equip, because I would have kept up the Mox Opal and Glimmer Void, swung in with both, and then have the 2 mana to, instead of paying.
Yeah, to do a quick switch.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the.
So another 1 damage coming in.
Okay, he had the Wear Tear in hand, so he gets to get rid of that cranial plating. And like I said, look, just answer some.
There we go. 3rd land for Adam.
Yeah, you answer some specific cards, and just Affinity just doesn't do very much.
I think you just take your straight 2 for 1 here, a Mem Knight and a Signal Pest.
Sure.
Main phase it, like just.
You don't need to. I understand.
Well, we don't know that.
Like, he found his land. If he was on turn, if he hadn't had a land drop this turn, then yeah, I'd agree, because you want to find your land. But
like, Niels might have counter magic. You don't in Adam's
true.
position, you just don't know.
that's true. Okay. And yeah, pass turn. So we're going to see how many cards does Niels have in hand. He has just 2. Okay, then that's a fair bet from Adam. You're like, okay, you're
Yeah, just take your safe bet.
your remaining cards in hand would have to be.
There's a good chance they're going to be your targets anyway.
And we can see Niels activating Inkmoth Nexus.
Okay.
Now, it's going to see, is he activating the Blink Moth, or is he just going to use it to make
Pump.
Inkmoth? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
okay.
pumping. So he's going to get in for 2 Infect.
Yep.
And that's fine. Adam kind of happy with that, because it means that his shocking of himself by fetching and getting his shock lands, not such a big deal. That's another Path to Exile. Wow. Great draw.
Not bad.
And he's got the 2 white. He also has Snapcaster Mana Leak for anything of relevance.
Okay.
So yeah, it just looks like another activation of Inkmoth.
And so he should be waiting for the activation of Blink Moth Nexus before
pathing.
or electrolyzing.
Oh sure.
He's got the second electrolyze, so he might as well like.
So much removal, just buckets of removal.
So you take this infect until Niels decides to pump.
Slow your boots, Adam. Let him blink first.
But now he's taking so long that. Oh, what's going on here? Wait, let's see. What are the targets?
But it's going to be Niels and.
Okay, 2 is just going on that.
Okay.
That's fine. It's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe.
I guess with so much removal in hand, he just has no fear. So is that a 5th land he drew?
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, he gets to pass turn now, and he has 2 Path to Exiles, and he does have Snapcaster Mana Leak if anything of relevance pops up. And as of right now, without Niels playing another land, he does get to mana leak any 2 drops that Niels plays. I think as well, his main targets now is he wants to stop cranial plating,
Yep.
Etch Champion. And I think that's it. Okay, so even if there's an Etch Champion going to be deployed here, he can still mana leak it.
Yep.
And I think it looks like Niels is going for 3 mana, so it's either going to be Master of Ethereum. It looks like Master of
There's the
Ethereum.
master.
I don't think you mana leak this at all. Just like, yeah.
Yeah, because you can target it with your removal,
Absolutely.
so yeah, there's no need.
Now, unfortunately, the Path to Exile is going to make your mana leak worse.
I get you, yeah. Well, I mean, he can always snap Wear Tear, the Master of Ethereum or something like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we are seeing the path here.
Okay. Yeah, he just wants to lean back on the Snapcaster Mage. It's just such a strong card.
Yeah.
It just gives you so many options.
So once he kind of reaches a certain amount of lands, maybe another 2 lands, he might venture out with the Kernos.
Yeah. Oh, does he have Keranos?
I think that's a Kernos at the back, isn't it? Or maybe it's the Supreme Verdict.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
It does look like a gold card, you're right.
Yeah.
So he's drawn a Steam Vents,
Okay.
which is fine. I think you just play it tapped and pass turn, right? Is he thinking about the Keranos?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think I'd play it tapped. Oh, he had another land there. That's what we were looking at.
Celestial Colonnade.
No, there is
a gold
something
card.
there.
I think it could be a Keranos. I think you're right.
I think you're right, and it's the promo Supreme Verdict.
Oh, we don't know. We'll never know. So let's see here. So now,
Activate the Blink Moth.
yeah, and this just shows me as well.
So he's just gonna have a little peck away.
Yeah, he's going back to regular damage and not infect. Part of that kind of tells me he might have like a Galvanic Blast in hand. Adam goes down to 12, is it?
I think it's 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else he's going to deploy. And this is great as well. This kind of activating of the lands taxes some of his mana. It just makes mana leak very not good. Do you want to kill the... He's going to Snapcaster Electrolyze. Try and kill the...
Electrolyze makes the most sense.
Kill the Ink Moth.
The blink
oh,
moth.
The Blink Moth, sorry.
Yeah, 1 to Blink Moth, 1 to...
1 to Niels.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think he's just clearing up the...
Yeah,
Ink Moth cannot pump Blink
yeah,
Moth.
they're all. It's in Italian, so
Ah.
Niels has borrowed Fabrizio's deck. They swapped decks for the night,
Ah, sure. So yeah, he's just like... Sure.
so everything's in Italian.
Yeah, so Niels takes 1 from that interaction.
I think that's first blood for Niels.
Yeah, I think so. So, oh, Electrickery he brought in. Not a fan of
Nice.
Electrickery in this.
Really?
Yeah, just like I know it does have targets, but I just feel like the rest of your removal is so much better. Maybe he just feels like it's fine and it's good enough that I can bring it in.
Adam going on the beats.
Wow.
In with the snap as well.
Yeah, you gotta be in it, snappy. So that's 6.
Yeah. I think that's Niels going down to 13.
And he's got the path to
Still
exit.
has path up. Lovely.
That free path.
Paying 2 for the
Take
vents.
2. No fear.
Yeah.
No fear. And Kataki. Just like,
Wow.
okay, so on tap. It's not too bad for Niels
Do you
here.
let the opal die? No.
No, because Opal pays for itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't float the mana and bring it into the next phase, so Opal pays for itself.
Okay.
So he's just going to keep both on Ornithopter and Opal. It's going to be interesting as well. Kataki is not always... like, sometimes if you get it out turn 2, the game's over.
Yeah.
But it's not the complete slam dunk because of these 4 Galvanic Blasts that Niels has in his main board. So let's see what can Niels bring to the table now. Just another Inkmoth Nexus. He's going to use the Inkmoth to activate the Inkmoth. Get in for 1 infect.
Yeah. So that's 3 infect, I think.
Yeah. And we can see here, like, this is what it can do, you can just eke out that victory. You know, he's just getting in with, pecking in with impact.
Yep.
But with what with what Adam has in hand, it's just like.
Adam is definitely well set up here.
Yeah, I think he's in the driver's seat.
He has to be careful, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any instant
3,
speed.
4.
Gonna get in with Colonnade again?
5.
No, it was a supreme verdict, right? It wasn't a Keranos. Is it a Keranos? No way.
6.
Because Keranos is a consideration for taking it out. No, okay, he's just getting in with the... Yeah, Colonnade.
It's Colonnade 5.
No, it's 4.
Anyway.
I think he tapped 5, yeah, you're right.
So,
Colonnade's 4.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Neil's dropping to 5.
Yeah, I like this play. And he has Electricity mana up and Path to Exile mana up. And I think it is a Supreme Verdict. I think it's that promo Supreme Verdict. So let's see. That was a good Biobox promo.
Yes,
That's a
excellent
solid
one. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Neil's not really finding any of his action cards. He's found a lot of his manlands, which allow him to do some stuff, but clearly not enough. Well, I'd love to know what he has in hand. So he's going to get in for another one. Sure.
I'd probably use the Electricity at this point. Just, you know, 1 red, kill an Ink Moth.
Yeah.
But that's a 4th poison for Adam.
Yeah, because then
Actually,
you can...
no, sorry. Yeah, now we see why he didn't. So he takes the 1 poison, and now his Electricity is a 2 for 1 because he can overload it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Niels is he bringing more to the field? So you gotta want an Electricity for...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you gotta. No? Electricity is an instant speed, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So he just wanted to, I guess, get rid of the creature that he can't Electricity. You know, he can still wait on the Electricity for a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he might just be wanting to go for the win here. So he's got so much mana. Do you know what? Do you know what would be a good draw right now? Sphinx's Rev. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
No, you're still right. I think you do take it out.
Oh, but he gets to do it for 5 now. The game's over. So yeah, he's going to...
4, 5.
I'm so sure Colonnade is 4 mana to activate. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
It could be 5.
And Niels isn't going to say.
Oh, he would.
Do you think?
Yeah. Actually, I think even in comp, he'd probably say it as well.
I don't know, because like
It's
not any slight on Niels at all. Okay, so Niels is going to.
It is in fact 5 mana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like Niels is going to set it up to take 4. Yeah.
So Neil's packing that one in.
Yeah, he's just like, I've seen enough. Found none of my action cards. So
We're on to a game 3.
absolutely. And we see here like the strength of Adam's sideboard cards, and this is usually how these games go. Affinity has to win game 1, and then they have to just try and get that little victory in game 2 or 3. Usually it's game 3 after they lose game 2, because they're just like, the going first is so important, hugely important. Plus as well, I can't remember, someone crunched the numbers of how many times you do get to go, lol, here's all of my hand, turn 1 and turn 2, go, and the opponent goes, oh, unless they can go Kataki's 4 wage and then the game's over. But yeah, Niels hasn't got to do that yet, so I think on average,
We can see he does in fact have the Spell Pierce in there at the moment.
yeah, so on average Niels should be able to just go.
Although he might be taking them out. He did bring in the needle as well. So Niels' plan changing a little bit when he's on the play here.
Wonder what's your name with Needle. Maybe he thought that Adam was on Twin.
Yep. Very possible.
Yeah, that could be it. But yeah,
So-
once again, like we saw the problem there of Maybe. I guess, like, you're already in a bad position, and Needle's not going to get you out of it if you're just stopping Colonnade.
Yeah.
Because Colonnade did win him the game there. It did deal 4 damage and it quickened up the clock, but the game was already over. You know, it's just Colonnade made it go faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always nervous as well going second against Affinity. It's going to be interesting to see if Niels can pull this one out. It's really funny between these two decks. This looks like modern circa 2013. It's like 2 years ago. Affinity's still always good, but just seeing this Jeskai control deck up against it as well. So let's see here. Both players shuffling up. We're going to see there's been no mulligan yet. Niels is very tight on it. He likes to give a good shuffle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Niels plays very competitively, goes to almost every GP that's in Europe.
Has been to some of the ones in Japan.
Oh, in Japan, sure.
Yeah.
He does love travelling out far east.
Yeah.
So let's see. Can he pull this one out? And it's funny, I would never peg Niels as an Affinity player. He feels like more of a classic blue mage, casting counter spells, kind of cantripping, getting that sort of victory. But apparently I was like, it seems weird.
That's not Niels at all.
Yeah, it was just like, he usually likes to play John or Abzan.
Yeah, he can play anything though, obviously.
Yeah, he's a very good player. So, turn 1 Ornithopter, Vault Scourge. It's a decent play.
Yep.
So he's got a Signal Pest in hand as well. So, yeah, so he gets to go land and a second Vault Scourge as well. So, going to get in for 1. Obviously, not the most aggressive start to your aggro deck, but oh, there's a Cranial Plating. So, now there is a choice here. He's either going to get down the Vault Scourge, or he's going to go get the Cranial Plating down before Adam has a chance to mana leak it or something like that.
I mean, it's possible that Adam had Spell Snare there, but I think you still play it. Mana leak is probably the most common one.
Absolutely. So does he? He is fetching. So he's got a Lightning Bolt, an Electrickery. Can't see the white card. I'm going to assume is Path to Exile. It's tough to see. So he's going to fetch. Supreme Verdict there on the bottom. A card which, when it's relevant in this matchup, is extremely relevant. You know, you just, like, even if it gets to just kill 2 things, it's usually good enough.
Yeah.
Because if they man land and attach Cranial Plating, it's very taxing on their mana. It's pretty tough on them, and then you can usually punish that by just another spot removal, a singleton removal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like he's got Mana Leak, he's got Electrickery, he's got Path to Exile. 2 Mana Leaks, it looks like. Are those? Yeah.
One of them actually looks like a Spell Snare.
Oh. Yeah, okay, he's gonna go on top. There's the Path to Exile.
Shock.
Pass turn. So he's got...
Oh, it is 2 Mana Leaks, you're dead right.
Yeah, so he's gonna have... Like, you're in this awkward spot where your Mana Leaks aren't great because you feel like you're gonna have to answer... You're gonna have to use your mana now to answer his threats. Meaning that after combat, after you've spent your mana to answer the threats, Niels will get to deploy after, when Mana Leak can't be an issue anymore. So he's going to put it onto the Ornithopter.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want it going on your better creature because you have to assume that one of them is going to die.
Yeah. I think the temptation is to put it on Vault Scourge so that you can gain all of the life.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be an issue here. Adam is far away from being able to push a lot of damage. So
Adam is always so ready to use his cards.
Yeah.
even before Niels is attacked, he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
just waiting to put it down.
It's like, I know what you're doing. I know
Yeah.
what you're attacking. Because, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of things that you just kind of know are going to happen. So he's going to get to untap here, deploy his third land, and I believe he drew it.
Wow.
Does he have a Snapcaster?
Electricity is such a blowout.
Yeah. Jeez. So he has Path to Exile and Electricity here. I don't know how Niels can win this.
Well, Niels is probably not going to activate any man lands, so
yeah.
worst case scenario, or most likely case scenario, is a 3-for-1 in Adam's favor.
This must be tough.
Yeah.
Must be tough.
He is going to activate a man land. Okay, no, he's just equipping. It's fine.
Yeah. He does have the mana as well to jump the cranial plating, but it's just not good enough.
Yeah.
And as well, Niels has to play around the Electricries.
What he could do is activate Blink Moth or Ink Moth Nexus and go in with that as well.
Sure.
Then when he Electricries, you pump the Ink Moth Nexus and attach the cranial plating. Oh no, it's black.
Yeah,
to
it is
do
black.
So he can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah. So he just has to swing in here. Adam, why are you stopping him? It doesn't matter. Oh, Battlecry adds +1/+1. It doesn't
No,
matter. Oh,
it's just power.
you're right. No, you sure? No, Battlecry adds +1/+1. But it doesn't matter because you can do with Battlecry on the stack.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. 3-for-1 here. Yeah, I think you do let him go to attacks because this way now he doesn't get to activate Inkmoth Nexus and swing in with a lot. Yeah, I feel this is a mistake by Adam. He should have let him go to combat, swing with everything. Battlecry goes on the stack, and then Electricity. That means he's already declared attack. Now Niels actually just gets to activate Inkmoth Nexus and attach. Okay, he's just going to deploy an Etch Champion. Strong.
Might as well equip now because
yeah,
it's mana efficient.
yeah. I think you do. Well, it's just past turn. Okay. Yeah, you've got no cards in hand. You may as well.
Yeah. Unless he has no intention of equipping the.
No, do you know what? In fairness to him, this way, if Adam does have a Wear Tear, because what he could actually do is Wear Tear and then kill a champion, he needs that mana open to be able to make one of his Inkmoth or Blinkmoths an artifact.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good catch.
Yeah. Neil's a very strong player. He knows this. It would have been something I'd say both myself and you would have missed. But no, like it feels so natural to just use your mana.
Yeah, I would have just done it anyway. He's got 2 mana lands. Like, you know, you want to have mana spare to make sure everything's going down properly next turn.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we've just lost thing, but he's going to be equipping up that. He's going to be equipping the cranial plating to the Etch Champion swinging in. Adam, not much of an answer to that without the. Yeah, so he's going to be swinging in. Adam can't really do much about this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage.
Yeah.
So,
No, 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah. Etch Champion has 2, and then cranial plating gives it +4/+0. So
6 damage. I think that's putting Adam to 10.
Yeah. Adam lowering it by 1. He takes 5. Electricity gets to draw him a card. So he gets to draw another. But okay, he doesn't have the Supreme Verdict to deal with this Etch Champion. He doesn't have. Anger of the Gods does not do it either. I believe he's got one of those in hand. Yeah, without the Wear Tear here, he's in a pretty tough spot. Also, Kataki's not a great draw here either, because Niels would just be happy to pay the 3 mana, keep his 3 artifacts alive, and just keep on swinging.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, it's just a tough one. I mean, Adam has to take his time, but I mean, if you've really got nothing else, yeah, you just gotta pass turn. Mana Leak's not great here. And he's got 3, I believe. No, he's still got 2 and a Snapcaster Mage. Let's see, what's he deploying to the field? Yeah, I think that Niels is playing around Manlik. Oh wow!
Another plating.
You got to Manlik this. You have to double Manlik this.
Yeah.
So he's going to Manlik. Niels is going to pay the 3. And then he's going to Manlik it again. Don't think about it, Adam. Just do it. You cannot deal with a second cranial plating. You're already finding it hard enough to deal with one.
And we fetch. I think that's Adam to 10. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe just double check the life totals with the players there.
But yeah, Niels just edge champion, such a strong card in this matchup. I think the only good thing Adam has against this is Supreme Verdict, so he's going to have to find it.
Another 5 coming across.
Another 5. Yeah, he's just going to give a quick shuffle there. It's important. And we have a draw. That's not a Supreme Verdict. Not much Adam can do here.
Snapcaster, maybe. Does he have a... No, he doesn't have wear tear, does he?
Doesn't have wear tear. Yeah, it's really only Supreme Verdict would have done it for him here. Yeah, he's got nothing he can deploy. Unless, does he have a... Yeah, because he doesn't have any spell skites that can block. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's got an Anger of the Gods, but that's not doing anything. Yeah, it's just game, Adam. Unfortunate. It's so hard as well to give up that loss when you've got Anger of the Gods, you've got Path to Exile. You're like, I've got all of these things.
Yeah.
How am I losing? So yeah,
Etch champion.
such a stellar card.
Yeah.
With the configuration of the decks in this shop, I'd almost be tempted to just play the full 4 in the main.
I think we saw Fabrizio try it out at one point. He had all 4 main.
But you know, as soon as you do it, you'll run into all of the decks that are just it's bad against.
You come across the Wrath decks.
It's like, oh, you're playing Tron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gifts ungiven.
oh, you're playing Elves. This isn't actually good against that. Oops. So yeah, Adam passed turn.
I think Neil's just going through the motions here. I'd say he's fairly confident that the match is ending on this turn.
Yeah, does Adam have Lightning Bolt in hand?
To fetch and bolt himself.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Be spiteful.
Yeah.
Nah. There hasn't been any like.
Yeah, I think Niels is thinking about activating the Blink Moth here, just to kind of guarantee the kill.
Yeah.
He's just like, you just don't need to. He's got nothing in instant speed that can deal with this, and he's like, yeah.
There we go. Good games.
Yeah, Adam playing it out till the end. He had the Lightning Bolt. How could you not fetch Chuck and Lightning Bolt?
Because there was no kind of bad manners throughout the match.
Doesn't matter.
If I'm playing someone and I'm a bit bitter or something at the end, there's been a little bit of like, oh no, you did that. No, I can't take that back. Then I bolt myself just so they don't get me.
I don't think it's bitter. I'm just like, get me. Woo, just a bit of fun.
But like they've earned the victory. You're taking away the final kill from them.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely, every time. Since you mentioned about the take backs thing, I actually want to grab Sander if we can, if he's finished up his game, and just question about that picking back up the land.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm almost 100% sure you're allowed.
I'm sure you are allowed. Whether or not you should be allowed is kind of.
I'm pretty sure you are allowed at regular. I don't know if you are competitive. That's the question.
You're definitely not allowed.
But I think you are. I genuinely believe you are.
You can't pick back up a land after you've played.
But I think you are.
If you've still got it in your hand and half played it or something, you're still holding on to it.
Because you never pass priority.
Yeah, I know that, but like you've put the card down and removed your hand from the card. Like chess, if you're putting down a piece but you haven't actually, that's how I imagine it working.
Okay, I'll just want to ask.
So it is nice to know these kind of little things that make Magic matches interesting. At all levels, the different kind of rulings. I'm going to quickly leg it through some of these other decks that we have here. You've seen Affinity, you've seen the Jeskai, you've seen Elves. You almost saw Grixis Twin, so Grixis Twin is here. We have this is an interesting one. This looks like mono green aggro. I'll have a quick read here. This is James Kenny's list. He has 2 treetop villages and 19 forests. Then he has 4 experiment ones, 4 dryad militants, 4 strangleroot geists, 2 spell skites, 2 avatar of the resolute. That card I don't even know. 2 scavenging ooze, 4 leatherback, whatever a leatherback is.
Bailoff, is it?
No, it's a leatherback.
What is it?
I have no idea. I don't. Do you know what an avatar of resolute is?
No.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but
1 Dungrove Elder, 4 Vines of Astwood, 4 Rancor, 3 Giant Growth. I want to see this deck.
I think it's a leatherback Bailoff
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make more sense.
because it's a triple green, isn't it?
What does Sander say?
At competitive, or at regular, you are. At
Yeah.
competitive, you're not.
Yeah.
He was actually saying Anti took a little bit too long in the time thing, but if you're pretty quick about it, it's fine. It's just something I'm always interested in, especially that thing, because in fairness, you don't pass priority. You know what I mean? You play the land.
Yeah,
and
I get that, but like you played a card.
I know.
I was just quickly legging it through some of these decks here. James King is on
Good old Jund.
Jund.
Classic Jund.
Yeah, straight Jund. I thought maybe there was a splash of Lingering Souls. He does like his Lingering Souls.
I love Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
So much.
We have Hate Bears. That is Russell Rogers on Hate Bears. Well, it's not quite Hate Bears because he's running Wiltleaf Lieges. So
Oh, so it's actually
it's Big Bears. Does he have Ether Vials? No, this isn't Hate Bears.
It's just got 4 Leon and
Yeah.
Arbiters in the main. So yeah, it's got
It's okay.
it's got 4
it's
Leon.
half and half.
Yeah, it's got 4 Leon and Arbiters. It's got 3 Thalias.
It's got 3 Thalias, but it also has. Sorry.
Avatar of the Resolute
Yeah.
is the double green reach trample, enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter for each counter on creatures you control.
All right.
And he's a 33 item or
Is
2?
that a real card?
Yeah, it's in standard.
Wow.
It's in dragons.
No, I mean like, is it a real card?
With Strangleroot Geist, it definitely is.
Yeah.
I love Strangleroot Christ.
I know, so do I.
Okay.
I've been wondering why no one was playing it.
Yeah.
Then I heard it's like Strangleroot. Oh, I love that deck.
Yeah.
Because it dies to Lightning Bolt.
Exactly, and then it comes back again.
No, I mean after it comes back. I love it though.
This Hate Bears has Mana Type.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm such a fan.
Also, Leatherback Bailoff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Three green, 4, 5.
4/5. Yeah, 4/5 beast.
Yeah. Trample.
Nope.
Oh.
Just a straight vanilla
That
4/5.
is, I believe, what they call a 3 mana harder to cast Koi. I know it's got 3 pips, so it is relevant.
We have another Jund player here. We have Blue Red Twin.
But yeah, speaking of Mana Tide, Adam actually was playing. He was playing Grixis Twin on Magic Online. Just got completely got by a Mana Tide. He was going to go off, and he was just like, turn 3, play the thing. And man's like, yeah, sure. Turn 4, Twin, and he's like, Mana Tide, and Adam's like,
I can imagine him laughing. You know, who does that?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, standing up out of the chair and like,
who is Mana Tide? Like he hadn't seen any Path to Exiles, and he thought he wasn't playing it, and it's just like, yeah, just Mana Tide, and he's like, what? What is this? What is this ridiculousness?
we have another player with the Wiltleaf list.
Yeah, it's funny. It's called Little Kid Jund.
Yeah.
Because it can't afford Tarmogoyf. Can't afford Tarmogoyf, so you play Smiters and Wiltleaf Lieges, and that's how you get people dead. It's
Yeah.
been doing well.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get to make your. I feel like a lot of the time you've got 2 lines of attack. You can either be like Wiltleaf Liege and Smiters and just beat the bejesus out of them.
Yeah. Which
Or-
works.
so well.
Yeah.
Or Lingering Souls with Gavany Township.
Yeah.
Those 2 combos, just I say I combo in the loosest sense of the word, as in like a 1-2 combo.
Yeah.
Punches to the face. But yeah, it's just really strong. So yeah, Neil's just sorting out his
What do you
sideboard.
think of Blood Moon in the sideboard for the robots? Like,
I like it. It punishes. It's a weird one. It does turn off your mana lands, but it also really punishes some greedy mana bases. And right now, there are some very greedy mana bases.
yeah,
But funny enough, there's some Grixis mana bases that are also playing Blood Moon.
yeah.
They're like the greediest mana base, and they're like, I'm going to punish people who are greedier than me. And I'm like, no one. There is no one greedier than you. It might actually. It's also a good card against Tron and against Tron and Titan Bloom, which, in fairness, I like it there. Like,
Yeah.
not necessarily maybe against Greedy Banabase, it's just like it turns off land.
Funnily
decks.
enough, Dave Murphy was actually just chatting about this the other day. He was using the Titan Bloom deck. His opponent on Grixis cast the Blood Moon twice. They obviously went to game 3, and Dave won both the games that he got Blood Mooned. Even though he has no. Is there any basics in the Titan Bloom? Like,
No.
there must be 1 or 2 or something.
Maybe a forest. I think
Yeah.
there's a forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really funny because it's just like,
You should do a Darrow Brian skit.
I have to do a Daryl Breen
Yeah.
skit. No, how about that? I'm an original comedian, sir. I've got my own bits. You're not going to hear them because I don't think I'm allowed to have them on Twitch. Even though we're technically an adult stream, I don't think we're that adult. Not adult enough for me, sir.
As opposed to the Game of Thrones younger.
Yeah,
Younger.
I have man. That show's so funny to me because it's like from the very get go, everyone is like, yeah, Game of Thrones. It's like a fun medieval thing, but it's got like all of the bad things.
You haven't watched any of it, actually.
I haven't watched any of it, but it's really funny because I heard recently there was a really bad scene with assaults and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, I am shocked at you, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be, like, shocked and appalled. And I'm like, it's Game of Thrones. Why are you shocked and appalled? I don't understand.
I really hope, Gardex, that you're not our only viewer.
We usually get, like, nearly 200
that would-
viewers. Something gone wrong.
That
Maybe
would
he's
be
watching
kind
on-
of upsetting.
Maybe he's watching on his phone and doesn't see the view count. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Because
I'm worried.
we don't actually know the view count either.
Yeah, we only have it on the phone here. I have to ask. I'm so worried. I have to go out and ask. Also, I want to see if we can get in a third round here. See if we can get a third game in of someone who's on
Yeah.
third game.
So Eamon's just checking to see if there is anyone about to go into a game 3, so we can just quickly move them onto camera. Yeah, we also have a couple of Scape Shift players, the two variants. Oh, 93 viewers. Cheers, guys. Cheeky Graradex, cheeky. We've got Gifts Ungiven deck. We've got a couple of variations of Scape Shift. There is a real true Hate Bears there with Ether Vials, the whole shebang as well. That's about it. I think they're all the decks we have. I'm just here to have some nice background noise. Well, it's nice to have a kind of compliment like that. That at least we can be listened to when you're off doing something else. Aye, mate, I almost had you by the berries, eh? Scottish? Are you Scottish, Gardex? Or maybe Northern Ireland? Raven Dusk. Names are great. Sour jellies, why thank you. Is there any decks in particular you guys want to see? Ah, you're from Belgium. The Flemish part or the non-Flemish part? KMC Super Series with Ultra Pro inner sleeves don't mix very well. Is there not enough space inside the outside sleeve or something like that? So, I don't actually know if we have Infect. We do have a Grixis deck. If the Grixis deck is doing well, I'll see about getting them on. The good part, Graradex, is that like the northern part. Luke Murphy on Twin. Yeah, if Luke is in one of the high, if he's winning, yes, we will try and get him on camera. What's up, Acid Jack? Yeah, Raven Dusk. I've had that happen as well. It can be very annoying, and you just have like the top little bit of the like the inside sleeve sticking out at the top.
Oh yeah,
you know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So welcome back, Eamon.
Hello. I was just talking. It's really funny. Once again, another story of Adam Alex from online. Yesterday, he got absolutely hockeyed by a green-blue Planeswalker control deck. So it's got all of the remands, mana leaks, and whatever. But pretty much what it does, it goes doubling season, Jace Architect of Thought, Ultimate, search your library and my library. Usually my library for another Jace, so I can do it again next turn.
Well, you get both, don't you? You get one from yours and one from theirs.
Yeah, so you get to go get another Jace.
Yeah.
And what he did was he went, get your Deceiver Exarch, next turn Jace.
Twin
you.
Hilarious.
Plus as well, it plays like Time Warp. It can find its own Time Warp, cast Time Warp, and just get another turn and just do it again. It was hilarious. Because he was just like, Adam was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I sideboard. What happens? What's happening right here?
Here, tell me, was there anyone going into game 3 or anything like that?
No, because it's time on the round now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're waiting on a few more players. But yeah, I think the best card he has was a card that's seeing more play now, which I really like. He had a kind of a talk of spotlighting cards, and everyone yesterday on the podcast, everyone kind of agreed Collected Company was the big card.
Yeah, at the moment.
It really popped
and
up.
I don't think we've actually pushed the limits of the card yet. Like, we've done the most natural thing with it, you know. We have the small combo guys and then just the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there might be something else there, you know. There might be something we haven't actually done yet. Something blue. I want to see collected blue.
Kibler is trying Bant. I actually talked on the podcast about potentially a blue-green Merfolk, but that mightn't be fast enough.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. There might be a configuration there. You never know.
Yeah.
Kibler was playing Bant. He was going with Geist of St. Traft, things like that, which seemed pretty sweet.
Not bad at all.
But yeah, I agree. I feel like it's such a powerful card, and you can just push it in so many different directions.
Yeah.
There has to be like, I don't know if there's one correct way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could just push it. There's Abzan.
Well, it's already amazing
Yeah.
in the decks that it's in. We've got the junk combo.
Yeah.
Collected Company. We've got the Naya Super Aggro. The
Abzan
Bant
value.
Yeah, there's the Abzan version without the combo.
Yeah.
The Naya, the Bant one, which I didn't see, but I heard about.
Yeah.
Elves, of course. Is there anything else?
No, I don't think so right now. But I mean, there's different things you can do. Like, you can play Sultai and, like, you know, just any combination with green.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to look at what are the creatures, and like, maybe just look at what are the best creatures.
Yeah, the best 3 drops in the format. What are they? I'm going to play them.
My mind just reeled for a second of like, okay, if I have 10 mana, I get to Collected Company, get Snapcaster Mage, Collected Company. But no, because then you have to play a bunch of spells and it makes a Collected Company bad.
Yeah.
You were on the same one. You're like, oh, that sounds good.
No, I was thinking of the Illusions deck. You know, the Masters of Illusions and Phantasmal Images and stuff.
Phantasmal Bears and stuff like that.
Well, you just don't get up to enough mana to do that, because that's an Ether Vial deck, I think.
Yeah,
so it's not really that kind of...
Oh, I was so tempting.
Yeah, Raven Dusk, that deck sounds sweet.
We have Susan and Simon up.
Susan and Simon.
Susan and Simon. So I think that Susan's on Junk.
Yeah, Susan's both on Junk.
Both? It's a Junk mirror then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
Simon, is Simon on the Tarmogoyf version, or is he on
Little Kid?
Okay.
Always on the Little Kid.
So, but I think Susan has Goyfs, etc.
Yeah, she's got the Goose, Goyfs, Liliana, the Veils, all of that sort of good stuff. Funnily enough, I think this is kind of in Simon's favour. Because he's got more play with Gavany Township, his Lingering Souls are better. Because he's playing Lingering Souls, it makes Liliana the Veil not very good.
But I do remember that Susan was looking for a Knight of Souls Betrayal before it started this tournament. So,
Knight of Souls Betrayal is a legendary from Kamigawa. Kamigawa, for a block that was apparently hidden, a lot of playables.
Yeah.
A whole lot of playables.
And kind of only recently they've become like really good playables.
Yeah.
Obviously there is some that have always been great, like the Jita and whatever.
yeah, Jit and Kiki Jiki and
Do you
all.
say Jit?
Jit is apparently correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. It's one of those ones where it's like,
I was calling it Jeet for years, okay?
Jite.
And then I think it was Dan Gilligan put me onto it, and it was calling Jitta.
Jitta?
Yeah.
No, that's not even. That sounds like a 90s pop star.
And now you're saying that Jit
Jit is apparently.
is the right way to pronounce it.
Yeah. Although, who knows? I'm not even sure if it's actually the real name for that kind of weapon. It probably is. They
Yeah.
did a lot of work into this.
So I'm just looking at Simon's. Oh, Susan didn't give us a list, by the way, if that's what you're looking for. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna have to give out to her. This is like, I think she's adamant about not giving a list. She's like,
Oh, really?
no, I'm not writing up a list. Screw you guys.
Busy
Oh,
woman, you know.
Yeah, of course. But so is everyone in here.
Some more than others.
Yeah. I know. I think it's laziness. I'm gonna call it out. There, I said laziness. But yeah, it seems like she's more on the drunk. By the way, there's a card in there that I love. A guy from Dragon's Maze. He's black. He's white. He's a 4/4 with lifelink. And when he gets bigger, he
Blood
gets
Baron?
Blood Baron of a
No
Scopa
way.
in the sideboard.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. You're like, oh, that's a card I
'cause
like.
I think it wasn't we. I think we had been chatting about this before. Like, is it possible he's going to turn up in Modern?
A
Like,
long
is
time
he-
ago.
Yeah, is he powerful enough to actually?
I think
make the-
is he powerful enough? It was had Modern slowed down to a point
Yeah, okay,
where he's good enough.
So 5 mana 4/4 can actually do something.
Yeah,
but yeah,
throw white and throw black.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
Awesome. Like, they're either going to have to double bolt him.
or you've got the main board might not be any proper answer. You might have 2-for-1 like you're saying, but the red has the combust and the new combust.
Oh, Rending Volley.
Yeah,
sure.
which could hit it.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but you don't bring those cards in against. Maybe you do. Not
Well,
against this configuration, I don't think.
If she's running siege rhinos and stuff, you might just have to bring them in.
No, I don't think she. Oh wait, she might. I remember she is playing Bob's.
Yeah, Flapjack. Liege Rhino is junk with Wiltleaf, yeah.
Yeah. Good old Liege Rhino. I like to call it Little Kid Junk.
Yeah.
There was actually a great a deck there a few years ago that was called Bring Out the Little Kid, which is you use fauna shamans to search through your deck for answers, but it used lieges and other things because at that time Liliana Vale was everywhere, like everyone was playing Jund.
Yeah.
So you're just like, cool, you just have Liliana the Vales and other things that you just go, here look, there's my hand, sure, wreck you.
Yeah, there's some gas names for decks out there.
Not as many as I'd like, but I like
Like, Tin Fins.
Tin Fins
Tin
is
Fin-
such a good name.
Yeah, it's from like one of the Adult Swim cartoon shows.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh okay. Well, didn't know that actually.
yeah. Apparently, Caleb Gerward, I think, was the designer or one of the main, people involved in kind of making it a thing, a real deck.
Yeah.
He
So we
was
can
saying-
see Inquisition and Kozilek, Abrupt Decay, I believe a Thoughtseize and a Tassiger. That's a pretty solid hand.
A Maelstrom Pulse in there as well, I think.
Maelstrom Pulse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a-
I think I'll keep that.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll keep that.
Definitely. You're looking at a turn 3 Tassiger. Seems solid, right? Her land situation isn't the best. She has the Marsh Flats to get her green mana.
Yeah.
I guess you get a Temple Garden. So you get to go turn 1 Thoughtseize, or turn 1 Inquisition. Yeah, and then you get to go turn 2 Thoughtseize. So, Lingering Souls, Siege Rhino. What is, and a Scavenging Ooze. This is a pretty pretty tough hand to Inquisition, right? So,
Nice. You're getting rid of booze, that's
well,
fine.
yeah, sorry, but to Thoughtseize next turn, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
like, I guess you just get rid of Rhino. Maybe you get rid of Lingering Souls. Like, just
No.
listen to me. Sometimes you just have to get rid of half of Lingering Souls. It sucks. It's such bad value. But that's just. I guess she's got Maelstrom Pulse.
Yeah,
With Souls
yeah.
tokens. But Simon's been pretty good about not cracking them. He's also been very bad about not getting extra souls.
Really?
Yeah, there was a mistake a while ago. But
Susan drew her third land anyway.
awesome. So she's got the Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, she's going to throw off the the Thoughtseize. Let's see what Simon drew. Wilt Leaf. Not going to be picking that card. Yeah, let's read that one. Nope, not picking that card. Yeah, she's like, let's put that back there. Yeah, I guess you just picked the Siege Rhino.
Yeah.
That Abrupt Decay, not good right now. Really bad.
Yeah. It'll have a target later.
Yeah.
And just playing the Overgrown Tomb tapped then as well.
Oh, it is an old Overgrown Tomb. I thought it was a Verdant Catacomb. You're right. Not used to the old arts. So, let's see. Next turn, she does get to cast Tassiger. No, Tassiger's 6 mana. She doesn't. Oh, yeah, she will, because she gets to fetch with Marsh Flats. So she can either have Maelstrom Pulse. Like, right now, there's nothing good for Maelstrom Pulse to hit. You want to either have it hit all of the Lingering Souls or kill a Rhino, and neither of those are being deployed. So I think, yeah, next turn you just cast Tassiger. Who's gonna bounce off of Siege Rhino. Is this standard?
Yeah.
She thought seized is gonna cast Tassiger and the opponent is gonna cast like Siege Rhino. I don't understand. Oh, we've got a ninja here. Will managed to
wash my hands.
Yeah, Will managed to catch a moth out of thin air. A little one, just a baby one. So let's see. Yeah, so Susan's gonna cast. So she's gonna fetch Marsh Flats. I didn't see what she drew, but I'm pretty sure she is just gonna go for a turn 3 Tasker. Turn 3 Tasker, solid. You're gonna have a turn 3, 4, 5 that can potentially draw you some cards in the late game. Yeah, solid play. Let's see, does she have any... She's got Abrupt Decay, Maelstrom Pulse. I didn't see, she's got another 2 cards in hand. Another Tassiger. Not nice, it's not where you want to be. So that Lingering Souls. You're not terribly worried about Lingering Souls right now. It's drew another land, that's not bad. Verdant Catacombs this time. So yeah. And like, you're pretty happy just bouncing Tasker. If he wants to take 4, great. Edgar Allan Poe tokens. Susan brings a lot of style to her deck. Good old spirits. I personally would like Casper the Friendly Ghosts. So yeah. Simon's just going to use these blockers. And when your opponent is using the Lingering Souls tokens as blockers, you got to feel pretty good. Let's see, what did he draw? I believe it's a Smiter he drew as well. But he's going to... he's got a Noble Hierarch. Okay. Well, now Susan has a target for her Abrupt Decay. She's going to take 1 from that Lingering Souls. Going to flash back Lingering Souls. And Susan's got to be really happy right now. She's going to fetch, and I assume Maelstrom Pulse away all of these tokens. Next turn she can Abrupt Decay, because she's probably not going to find a better target for her Abrupt Decay. Get rid of that. Well, I suppose there is Smiter. But Suzanne mightn't be aware that this deck plays it, or just doesn't want to play around it and just get in with the 4. Oh, she's just going to activate Tassiger. Okay, let's see what we get. Inquisition. And Simon has to give her Inquisition. So yeah, that's pretty funny. That was a bit risky. Because, you know, could have just hit nothing. Could have just hit double land. Oh, and there's a Siege Rhino. So let's see. I've got to like Inquisitioning. And then Maelstrom Pulsing away the tokens and swinging in. Yeah, I think that's probably the best play. You could also deploy the Rhino, but I mean, considering Simon... Yeah, I want to get rid of that Noble Hierarch and keep him off of Rhino mana since he did miss out on land drop. So yeah, I think I like... yeah, activating Tassiger there and not... Abrupt Decaying the... Yeah, so she's kind of forced into Inquisitioning and then Maelstrom Pulsing. So. Oh wow, that's really funny. Inquisition, can you choose not to? No, you have to. So Simon just got a free smiter.
Oh, it's the only available target.
Yeah, smiter was the only available target. Also, she's missed out on being able to. She activated Tasker and got an Inquisition. She wasn't able to. Let's see. So yeah, going to Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, that's fair. You just gotta kind of now hope that Simon doesn't draw the extra land. How do you like the double block here? Yeah. Susan was pretty happy with throwing in Tasker there, and if Simon did want to double block, she was okay with it because she's got the second Tasker in hand, so she's not losing out on much. So let's see. Maelstrom Pulse now not as good, but still pretty good. So getting in for 5 damage here. Simon swinging in, and yeah, it felt like Susan was in a pretty good position and just now not as good. Although Simon is missing land drops. Cannot just there's some nice pleasantries. Everyone here in the shop's pretty nice. She's like, I want to see what Leaf Leash does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's entitled to know what the card does in its entirety.
She can ask the judge.
Yeah.
There's another Inquisition. Luckily, Inquisition doesn't let her fall into the same trap where she gets Inquisition hitting Smiter is the only 3 drop. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny actually.
So let's see. So let's see. Gonna swing in.
Is it Rhino time?
It is Rhino,
Boom.
as Dave C calls him, Dr. Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've seen other people call him Dr. Rhinoceros
No
too.
way.
I don't know why. He's not a doctor.
You ain't no doctor.
So Path to Exile on the Rhino. That's fine. So Simon gets to go in for 15 again. Voice of Resurgence, not a bad card. Would you be tempted to path your own token to get your Siege on?
To get the mana for it?
Actually, even to get the Liege down. Because
yeah.
that would be the tempting.
Of course. Like, I mean, one soul is like what, a quarter of a card.
Yeah,
like you're hardly not even losing anything.
Well, yeah, it's kind of turning your path into a pseudo rampant growth, but
I'm absolutely fine with that. If I'd been stuck on 3 mana for a few turns, then yeah.
Yeah. Although of course the Maelstrom Pulse would have made that turn not great. So let's see. I think you lead off with the Inquisition of Kozilek, because if he does oh wait, no, he's only got 3 cards in hand, so you know all 3 of them. They are Rhino, and Will Leaf Leash. So
Someone saying that Susan drew an extra card by accident. I can't say I noticed that.
I don't believe so.
Does she always have decay?
Yeah.
Well, she used one.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. I wasn't following that properly.
But she always had Inquisition, Thoughts, Tassiger, and Maelstrom Pulse for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think this turn she drew Abrupt Decay. She added Inquisition last turn.
She got an extra land as well.
Yeah, from Path to Exile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think everything's. Oh, okay. We've gone a bit far anyway for this.
So what are we giving back here? We're giving back
Inquisition.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. This is a reason not to Inquisition, as well. She didn't.
That's a lot of damage.
She
4,
didn't.
5, 6, 7.
She didn't get the land from the Path to Exile trigger,
You're right.
which is marginal, but it does come up. There's a little bit of filtering. But yeah, let's see, and that is kind of the strength of this deck. It's just Smiter's a big beater. You know, it does bring a lot of damage to the table. And funny enough, in this deck with Wiltleaf Liege, it would actually be a consideration between that card and Goyf. It genuinely would. The ability to turn it into a 6/6 and invalidate Liliana the Veils and Inquisitions and things like that.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, they kind of do similar things, but not quite. So she's going to leave Path to Exile in her main. Everyone has those promo Path to Exiles.
Yeah.
I personally like the new ones that are coming up. So let's see. Those 2 Inquisitions. I don't think you ever cast those Inquisitions.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
Yeah, because if you want to activate Tasigur, get your card advantage that way.
Also, there's probably nothing that costs 3 or less. Like,
What do you give back here?
wow.
Path to Exile, Lingering Souls, or Rhino.
You give her the path so you can get your extra land.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Give him back to Siege Rhino. He must have removal in hand and he's not worried about the Rhino. Especially because the Rhino can't be deployed right now. It is Simon found his 4th land.
Yeah.
Go, Simon. So now he gets to deploy Wiltleaf Liege, puts 9 extra power onto the field. That's a lot. Now, Voice Resurgence cannot swing in efficiently, but it can still get in. Sure, it gets blocked. Yeah, Sans just seen enough. She's probably lost enough life as it is. So she's, no matter what, was going to be taking 6 damage.
Yeah.
And it's just too much. And that was insane. How well Simon's deck did on 3 mana. Just no problem.
Yeah. Well, that Inquisition helped an awful lot. If he had got to 4 mana,
Yeah.
it'd be quite different, I think. The Knights, Stradbrenner.
So yeah, we're going to be seeing the sides from Simon. I believe he's got some thought-seizing packages. So he's got 1 Zealous Persecution, 1 Abrupt Decay, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Dismember, 2 Factoring Gust, 2 Aven Mind Sensor, 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Stony Silences. I like the Dismembers. The Thoughtseizes, you're in a kind of a weird one where there is a lot of redundancy in there's a lot of redundancy in the deck. So Thoughtseizing away things isn't always the best.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think I might agree with you there. I don't think Thoughtseize is the game plan that the kind of more aggressive person wants to do.
Yeah. But I think in this role, Suzanne has to be the controlling person because, like we said, Simon can just deploy so much power to the field in terms of Wiltleaf Lieges and Smiters and Voice Resurgences. But yeah, it's just it's pretty good. And well, we're in the last round tonight.
Yeah.
Jesus, that went really quickly. I suppose we missed 1 round.
That's true, yeah.
We did miss the first round. But yeah, we're here in Gamersworld in Dublin. This is the Serious Business Twitch stream. I am Eamon Jones. Beside me I have
Will Tolan.
and yeah, we're going to bring you the smooth, sultry tones of modern all night long for the next 10 minutes. So yeah, yeah, keeping Fulminator. Is that bringing Fulminator mages in? I'm not a big fan of that. No, she's not. She's keeping them to the side. Let's see, is she gonna
like the fast show? Fulminator Mage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, Inquisitions
Yeah,
and Thoughtseize
Inquisition's coming out.
all coming out.
Absolutely. Dump them.
Get rid of those. Yeah, Blood Baron is going to be excellent in this. So Blood Baron, 2 Finks, a Thrag Tusk, and 2 Zealous Persecutions. Zealous Persecutions, you just need them to beat souls, but sometimes it doesn't work. He just Gavany Townships and makes the souls too big,
that's
or he's
true.
got Wiltleaf Liege and they're 2/2s, and it's just like, oh, this Zealous Persecution wasn't very good. Awesome. But it does make your souls bigger. You know, you get to do some things.
Hold on, before this starts, I have these nice sweets that we can have one of.
I'd love a sweet.
I know you like sugar, Eamon.
Oh, I do. You're such a star.
Yeah.
What a hero.
Do you like the brand Maum?
I do. I love mounds.
Yeah, they're really good.
Oh,
you
it's
know these ones?
I do. These are the gumballs. They're really good, but funnily enough, I'm gonna take 3. I'm gonna be cheeky. I'm gonna be really cheeky. But they're really good. You cannot eat a lot of these.
Oh, you can.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can. You won't have a good time. You won't be able to stop yourself. You'll have the bag open and you'll keep eating them, and you're like, I'm not enjoying myself anymore, but I'm gonna keep going.
You're right. It is so difficult to stop eating these.
And you're not enjoying it anymore. You're not having fun.
It's weird. I was going to bed last night, and my hand kept going towards the bag. I was like, I'm going to bed. What am I